is a big problem. Too many children are dying. Too many children. We must do something.
Law-abiding gun owners will not accept blame for the acts of violent or deranged criminals.
Arizona Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords and Wayne LaPierre, the chief of the National Rifle Association, both testified this morning at a Senate hearing on tightening gun control laws. It is Thursday, January 30th, 2012. Welcome to Lunch Break. Our Washington Bureau Chief Jerry Seib joins us now. Jerry, what was the general tone of this hearing this morning?
Well, obviously the Gabby Giffords appearance, which was something of a surprise, it took the headlines and is the kind of the moment that people will probably remember. I think substantively what happened at this hearing was you got a pretty good sense of the lay of the land. You have some Democrats, like the chairman of that committee, Pat Leahy, who's a gun owner himself, who are clearly interested in doing some things. I don't think there was a sense that an assault weapons ban, for example, that Dianne Feinstein is talking about, has got a whole lot of support. And you saw people who are against gun control trying to shift the argument away from those kind of measures and toward the question of whether current gun laws are being enforced adequately. There's a lot of conversation on that side of this debate about, well, we have gun laws, prosecutors are not being aggressive enough. Let's worry about the laws we have now and not worry about new laws. That's, I think, where the debate is more or less right now.
Speaking for the NRA was the chief of that group, Wayne LaPierre, and he was saying essentially, he walked a very fine line, Jerry. I mean, he expressed sympathy for the victims, but he also had to stop short and not imply that gun owners were the problem. How did he do in his presentation?
Well, what he said essentially was, we have sympathy for the people who are victims. We think there's a mental health problem in the U.S. He said, as I just suggested, there are plenty of laws already, let's enforce those more. But then he very explicitly said, we disagree with lots of people on this committee and with all the gun control groups, he said all gun control groups, on the things they want to do. So they are walking a tight line at the NRA. They're trying to say we have some sympathy for the impulses here. We don't want to totally shut out everything, but they want to keep the focus on mental health issues and enforcement of current laws.